大家好，歡迎收睇 Gameplay HK 阿俊，繼續 Starfield。上集我哋終於知道呢個地球點解會變成沙漠，咁同埋我就已經決定咗同Hunter 聯手去攞到最後一件神器噶啦。而家繼續遊戲先。不過原來佢哋嚟嘅時候呢，佢哋隻飛船真係有泊低喺度噶，唔係憑空出現。咁我覺得呢樣嘢又做得幾仔細嘅。上嚟望望。佢呢個環我懷疑咧係啲咩重力環之類嘅嘢嚟噶，但係最神奇嘅就係佢哋隻飛船我係見唔到有任何類似係躍遷用嘅嗰種燃料罐咯。哇！如果可以整到呢一隻飛船咁嘅樣咁啊正，即係個樣點都有型過我哋平時砌出嚟嗰啲啊。不過都唔係嘅，如果有心機慢慢砌，我諗都真係會幾靚嘅。咁另外咧就係，其實我想做埋呢個永遠懷念先，睇下究竟個任務係點樣。仲有就係我要去揾下守護者，因為其實我想警告佢 Hunter 想殺佢嘅。究竟點解咧？中間一定係有啲古怪。咁睇翻有網友留言就話咧，星士同星手分別就對應咗塔羅牌嘅女祭司同埋教皇啦。女祭司就係真理，又或者另一面嘅守門人；教皇就係穿透至得到真理或者另一面嘅人。咁就解釋咗點解星士認為歸一啊、力量啊、真理啊係要小心去看管嘅，而 Hunter 就認為只需要得到力量就得啦，中間嘅手段係唔重要嘅。而且佢都話 Hunter 比較似係教皇嘅黑暗面。咁其實我嘅選擇會唔會揀錯咗人呢？不過其實揀錯都唔緊要，因為我自己咧就預咗佢一定會喺最後關頭會攻擊我，想搶奪 Unity 嘅力量嘅，咁所以咧到時咪同佢打過咯。
Is there anything I can help with?
你大難臨頭啊！我想講。
Your answers? I haven't had a chance to talk about all the truths of Unity in quite some time.
如果佢知道真相嘅話，究竟會點咧？下面兩項我都唔係咁中意，咁所以我揀第一個，你就係星銳。
Unfortunately, I need to maintain my habit of saying yes and no. Are you really Starborn if you're not hunting for the artifacts? When you stop racing toward glimpsing the Unity? They may have no unified culture, but rituals persist that make all Starborn who they are.And am I really the hunter anymore? Can you call all of us the same man? Every version through every universe? At what point do we have the right to our individuality?
嗱，雖然 Hunter 殺咗我哋嘅 friend 啦，但係我覺得你只不過係同一個基因嘅人啫，事實上係唔同人嚟噶嘛，佢冇罪噶喎。咁所以多重宇宙有時都幾煩下。
A person should be held to account for their actions. Period.
Wait till you cross universes yourself. If some other version of you causes mayhem, is that really you?
嚼低佢咯。
Anyway, if you do get to the Unity, I hope you keep our conversations in mind. Figure out your own truth and hold on to it.It could end up being the only constant you have amidst the infinite worlds that will stretch out before you.
咦，我哋可以問下佢去過幾多個宇宙㗎喎？
That's actually a difficult question to answer. There was a time when I just stopped counting. I didn't care anymore. Only touching the infinite again mattered. But as my need for answers deepened,My pace slowed. I began to take in more. Sometimes I would try to share my experiences with others. It was a long time until I realized this is where I belonged. In this universe, building the sanctum.
即係話其他宇宙係冇呢個教派㗎啦。同埋咧 ，Hunter 要我殺你。
Of course, how could he not?It's exactly what I would do if I was still as lost as he is. You are never fully separate from your other selves, not completely. Do we somehow share a soul, and is it merely our actions that differ? Another of a million questions to ponder.
喂，其實會唔會咧係用咗一個所謂量子糾纏嘅原理 ？A 宇宙嘅守護者係會影響到 B 宇宙嘅守護者咧？嗱，不如問多少少啦，點解會想你死啊
Imagine that there's someone that looks like you, knows everything about you, but whose choices might as well be a stranger's for all the sense they make. It can make your skin crawl, as if someone is playing a joke with your very existence. Murdering them is a way to take back control, to say no.
嗱，我哋可以嘗試說服守護者去一個安全嘅地方嘅。我都想咁樣做，不過咧，等我換套衫，食啲藥先。
The sanctum will always
食藥，跟住我要換呢套，增加說服成功率。咁我哋就嘗試說服佢啦。
and leave you to join my counterpart to enter the Unity? Are you prepared to take that step into the infinite? What kind of person is heading through there?
唔好諗咁多啦，揀第一個啦。
I appreciate that.
咁啊，仲有2個回合，我覺得揀1可能唔夠喎。如果你信自己，就唔好死。搞掂。
Well, I'm sure what we've built here is beyond any one person, but I appreciate your sentiment. I see you did pay attention to our talks. Very well. I'll leave. Thank you for giving me this chance. I'll need to make some arrangements here, and then I'll be gone.
要同 Hunter 交談？點解啊？咩奪走所有神器啊？吓！喂，打佢唔入喎！掂，頭先係遠得滯啫，我幫手。嚼低呢個守衛者先。睇下邊個完先？你行血都就嚟冇啦。哦，搞掂。哇，天劫號扣咗勁少防護網咯，我諗我唔幫佢都冇問題。嗱 ，Hunter， 我已經叫咗你嘅分身走啦。
So, how was it? Did you kill Aquilus, as I asked? Or did you let him go?
仲可以說服佢嘅喎。等等先。既然係咁，我嘗試下說服佢。
So,
但係我都想問下，點解要俾佢逃走咧？
oh, come on. You don't think it crossed my mind that you might not do it? That you might just tell him to run away?
哦，咁你又幾了解我哋嘅喎？但係呢個說服係扮佢死咗咯，呃唔到人㗎係嘛？
Are you sure? He isn't, say, hiding somewhere he thinks I won't find him?
嗱，我哋有醫療選項嘅。
Quick and clean. Good.
咁下次如果你想穩陣嘅，唔信我嘅，你咪自己嚟咯。
Maybe I was just testing you.
喂，搞錯啊！我做晒㗎咯喎。
Now, do I believe you?
哇，好彩啫。
Trust is such a fickle thing. Very well. Funny. Doesn't quite feel the way I was expecting. Well, no matter. Next universe, I'll handle it myself. See if that makes a difference.
其實我有啲懷疑咧，根本你通過咗個 Unity 之後係會影響到個精神嘅咯。嗱，好啦，其實咧，而家我哋係有3點咁多嘅技能點數嘅。咁如果我哋要改進我哋嘅星艦，就一定要學呢個星艦設計啦，或者星艦工程，可能2樣都要。咁如果話要幫助到我哋喺太空嘅話咧，其實引擎系統會有用咯。特別升到去 level 4嘅時候，俾多隻艦包圍就會好有用啊！學咗呢個先，跟住星艦設計可以安裝最佳化型嘅飛船 module。 我諗應該就係一定要學呢個啦。咁星艦工程原來就係修復用嘅，可以唔升呢個住。既然係咁咧，因為我哋都要參加個追悼會啦，所以咧就做呢個先，去揾安德烈亞嘅物品啊。究竟佢會收埋啲咩喺度咧？哇，有自動炮塔喎！咁我諗可以加個地平線武器架擺喺度，咁就應該可以安裝啦。裝呢邊，咁我可以裝2個。哎呀，但係反應爐又要換啦。但係反應爐我又未可以裝新嘢住，咁嘅話咧，即係唔可以裝呢個武器先啦。咦，我發覺如果我哋想換反應爐咧，仲要學駕駛先至得㗎。如果唔係，就算有星艦設計，其實都換唔到。咁冇計啦，學埋個星艦駕駛先。我哋要盡量解鎖，起碼要用到 B 級船，咁先至會方便啲。如果唔係咧，要有21光年係有啲難度咯。我諗就算將我隻船啲嘢拆晒，應該都行唔到21光年咁遠喎。咁算啦，呢個唯有等下先。有重粒子引信，呢個應該係佢啲子彈嚟啊。咁跟住就係制服，哇，幾靚喎！加5% 嘅氧氣恢復，但係件衫靚還靚，冇乜用咧。喂，我想揾神殿啊，你可唔可以幫一幫我啊
？Lucky I noticed the pattern in one of those artifacts you pulled out. Here.
Constellation is all about.
用錯，我應該用重力。我 reload 完比較大鑊，搞掂。成日掛住打佢咧，我連攞啲乜嘢都係唔知啊。應該係呢個啦，係嘛？將元素即係行星同衛星嘅真正寶藏拉向自己。即係咩咧？我唔覺得有啲乜嘢接收到喎。究竟呢個有咩用㗎？咁同埋我哋應該仲要去符雷亞3啦、天光2啦呢幾個地方，去睇下有咩料先。我想去符雷亞星，但我發覺距離佢最近嘅星系係17.475光年，我爭0.5就飛到過去啊！嬲死我！神器就喺前面嘅建築物裏面，但係咧都係有人喺度守住啊！我見搞掂，佢完全唔知咩事就死咗。有一件，哦，一嘢爆炸瓜埋，有人出嚟送死咯喎！嗱 KO 啦，睇下先，絕境麻麻地啫。Grenade！ 我應該唔死。搞掂。哇！彈道武器提升傷害菇，仲有冇其他正嘢啊？好似冇啦呢度。原來進入地下設施。嗱，而家我就收集緊啲神器同埋技能啦。但係睇翻呢個神器技能嗰個列表，其實仲有好多技能未着燈㗎。但係我哋要揾嘅神殿又剩低唔好多個啫喎，咪可能會學唔晒啲技能咯。哇！又爆炸喎，完全死咗都唔知咩事啊！佢哋咁搞笑。喂！俾佢發現咗喎！我唔可以太近，因為我支槍會爆炸咧。太近嘅話，佢爆炸先係會炸死埋我啊！冇人啦。戰刀唔要，我都唔玩近佢嚟攻擊嘅。喂，邊度？哇！行嗰時候你打我，你大膽啊你！呢度嘅基地太過錯綜複雜咧，我好難揾啲敵人出嚟打咯。我想講。咦？見到佢哋啦，喺裏面。一陣先再慢慢手刮，揾咗你哋出嚟先。一件，仲有一件睇到啦，一炸死咗。我見到你喺度啊！哇！40 level 嘅喂，等，quyền你先，重力波，落返去，咁就炸死咗啦！40 level 都冇用啊！出嚟啊嗱！哼！我支爆炸槍係超勁啊！黐線！喂，你跳去邊啊？喂！邊個掉quyền你？喂！搞掂！夠掉quyền你！打爆咗俾我！誒，慘啦！我打佢嘅話咧，心同男都係會唔想我。
This is my favorite part.
喺邊咧？哦，喺呢度。咁我死啦係嘛？應該仲有2隻敵人，唔好手下留情，好啊！我哋應該係行呢邊。再引爆！嗱，你講唔好手下留情㗎，呢啲你自己攞嚟㗎咋。
Well, they don't need it.
咁呢度啲人應該就俾我 KO 晒啦。咦，仲有德爾加多嘅指令喎，呢個未見過嘅。
Crimson Fleet, this is Delgado. You have all been spreading far and wide across the settled systems, just like we talked about. Do not stop. Free Star Collective, United Colonies, they think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the free people of the Crimson Fleet. It always has. We are just reclaiming what is rightfully ours. and we will use their own selfishness and arrogance against them. Those of you old enough to grow hair remember the Colony War. Remember those morons fighting and dying over nothing. They built facilities all over. Facilities that are still there, intact and abandoned. Just waiting for someone to come in and set up shop. That someone is the Crimson Fleet.
咦，唔好意思，我唔覺意已經執咗嚿神器添，好似見到對門咁，我覺得。
So go! Make yourselves at home and bring the fight right to their goddamn doorsteps!
其實我覺得德爾加多嗰啲宣言咧，只不過係要嚟洗腦，等佢啲僆幫佢手，等佢佔領其他唔同嘅地方嘅啫，根本就冇一個正當性可言嘅係。喂，我揾到件神器啊！
Don't mind
你可唔可以話俾我知
the
另一
eyes
件
showing
神器喺
signs
邊啊
over another one of those big anomalies. Here, catch a smile.
When the time's right, I'd appreciate a chat.
新嘅能力虛空形態，引入太空中嘅黑暗，令周圍嘅人幾乎睇唔到自己。哇！呢個潛能有用啊！哎呀，撳錯！唉，成日都唔記得轉真係。唔好意思。哎呀，喂，今次呢個好後面喎，跪低啦啩，搞掂。只要我啲子彈爆炸，佢係死硬。嗱，終於過咗4日嘅時間，點解你識飛嘅小朋友？我係翻嚟去追悼會嘅。點參加呢？
Constellation is no stranger to
企度得
loss.
啦，原來。
Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words.
我哋要過去講幾句嘢啊！其實我都唔知應該要講啲乜。安德烈亞都係我嘅朋友嚟嘅。如果佢仲在世，佢會叫我哋繼續前進，永遠都唔好停低。我會盡我所能嚟紀念佢。
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
可以同所有人交談啊！
Hey, how are you holding up?
老實講，少咗個朋友，心情一定唔好噶啦。
Take some time for yourself, okay? Plenty of rooms to sit down in if you need to be alone for a while. We'll get through this. It might feel like everything's falling apart, but that's why we need to stick together.
Instead, I thought I would quote something that
Anytime.
gave me comfort. A long time ago.
咦？
Is
We should
God
have a
real?
talk, when you have the time, of course.
The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation
about me.
in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive surging sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
原來係會輪流致辭啊！唔應該而家同人講嘢咯，佢講嘢嘅話咧，咪睇唔到佢哋致辭咯，係嘛？到沃爾特啦，我哋嘅金主。
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife, or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for them. So it's up to us. We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from all this. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. Let us take responsibility for it. Let us remember what we have lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private.
究竟點睇得出嘅咧？不過其實啟蒙之家成日都有人贊助，佢有份，我覺得好正常啊，係嘛？到巴雷特啦。
You all might not like thinking about this, but when we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects and microbes. Or due to the lack of a biosphere, we are simply carried away by space and time until we sizzle in a distant sun's corona or get pulled in some gravitational field and coalesce with other debris. Not comforting, huh? But I disagree. Do you know what I find uncomfortable? The thought that after I die, the universe is just going to stand still forever. Could you imagine? The fact is that the universe goes on, that life goes on, that things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need. Yeah, we die, and some people go way before they should. But the universe doesn't care. Not because it's evil, but because it's infinite, ever expanding. And who wouldn't want to be a part of infinity? Even if it's just for a short while. Listen, we don't worry about ourselves before we were born, do we? Of course not. We emerge from the universe as we return to it. And for one beautiful moment, we are here together.
Yes, that certainly was an interesting perspective, Barrett.
喂，巴雷特，我想講呢份稿你應該讀咗好耐㗎咯喎，係嘛？我諗佢哋應該都要講嘅人都講晒㗎啦。不過有啲人唔喺度咯。嗱，好啦，逐個人傾下偈啦。
Chat for a bit? Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals, but, well.
我都係諗住安慰下你啫。
You don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but...
可能有啊，去咗另一個宇宙都唔定咧，會唔會啊？
Yes. Won't we all? Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
哇！佢真係完全唔想講嘢啊，巴雷特，你份稿唔錯喎。
You know, What you're feeling right now is a chemical reaction whose evolutionary goal is promoting social cohesion. Never seems to work for me. No matter how many times I do this, I feel less attached, not more.
哇！佢真係理智到黐咗線啊！不過聽佢咁講，你好似參加過好多葬禮喎。
I wrote the book on them. The 10 Stages of Grief by A. Barrett. Step 1 used to be have a drink. But nowadays I settle on a good chocolate bar. You know, if there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that lost loved ones have a way of coming back to you. One day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll be. Some old paperweight of theirs, or a piece of jewelry they gave you, half jokingly. Theoretically, of course.
咁啊係嘅，一個人其實會留低好多嘢喺呢個世界上面嘅。點都好啦，多謝你，巴雷特。
You're welcome.
跟住就嚟啦 ，Mattel。
It almost feels wrong to be grieving. Selfish.
Let's chat.
No amount of tears will bring the dead back.
你有朋友死咗，悲傷係應該嘅。
It's just easier to feel guilty, if you'll excuse me.
哦，咁好啦。咁啊，仲有邊個要講啊？啊，你。
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much.
我諗呢度最忙都係你噶啦，可惜我幫你唔到。
No, it's fine. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
哇，佢個配音超好喎，喂，想點啊？咦，點解突然間有咁多嘢？仲可以傾偈嘅，但係阿科拉啊，你介唔介意落翻嚟啊？你咁樣我同唔到你傾偈啊，好冇
？Hi
你企到好高啊！我諗你冇嘢㗎嗬
？No, and don't keep asking. I'm not gonna be, all right? Everything's worse now.
咁都要睇下你點嘅。
Is talking supposed to make us all feel better? Is that why we're all here?
但係如果我哋唔聚一齊嘅話，就唔可以互相幫助㗎嘛。
What's the point? It's not going to change anything.
你得自己一個嘅話會好孤單。
I just feel like I want to be a million light years away from everyone. I want to be alone for a while, okay?
咁唔怪得你會飛起啦！嚇，機械人都有得傾偈。
I am told these types of gatherings are a sad vacation. That assumption appears to be correct.
你真係有情感嘅
？No, I don't. I'm programmed to analyze sensory and biometric data, so I can cross-reference. But I do not feel, as you seem to imply.
咁又真係冇錯嘅。
I appreciate you verifying my analysis, although I am certain my thanks will do little to improve your current psychological trauma. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming.
當豐富下你個資料庫都好嘅。
It will take some time to adapt, but it will be okay. How was that?
唉，我聽到嘅時候好想喊。
I will note that feedback for later.
咁就，咪住，紀念畫架。我諗呢個時候應該係默哀咯，係嘛？但係我個角色好明顯唔係默哀緊喎。好，到酒吧呢度。
Is it quieter in the lodge, or is it just me?
你心理作用啫，同埋大家都真係冇乜嘢好講嘅。
Maybe. You know, there's an old Aquila story about two pioneers who got lost trying to find a new frontier to settle. One of them takes ill, Clear he's not gonna make it, he turns to his partner and says, "Don't bury me. Let the ground take what it's due. I'd rather be a ghost chasing after you than walk through the pearly gates knowing an eternity of loneliness until you get there." Sad story, huh?
唔係，我覺得好恐怖啊！你諗下，如果一個人死咗一直咁跟住你，幾得人驚。
You look after yourself.
可能外國人會受呢套嘅，但係我唔 OK 咯。
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able.
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea?
咁俾杯我啊。
Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond.
敬朋友。
Aye.
咦，咁我哋準備好就可以離開。其實咁樣離開之後，會唔會有啲咩特別嘢發生啊？冇㗎喎，升咗個 level 啫喎，不過都好。咁嘅話咧，可以升我哋個駕駛啊，但係升駕駛要摧毀飛船，咁好啦。我諗呢樣嘢咧要留翻我得閒打嘅時候慢慢升，都要花少少時間嘅。咁我諗今集暫時玩到嚟呢度先啦。群星嘅主線任務可能要停一停。下集開始就做下其他唔同嘅任務，升 level 同埋我哋嘅技能，咁先至可以 upgrade 隻飛船嘅。咁我哋下集再見啦！中意嘅朋友記住 like 同埋 share 俾朋友一齊睇啦！多謝各位收睇 ，thank you，拜拜。